Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Dude, I have some bad news for us. 675SR is burning oil. And it burns a lot of oil. So much so that CF Moto officially acknowledged the problem. They put out an official notice where they say that there were many reports of people complaining about engine oil burning, and this is exactly what happened to this bike. I went to the place to rent NK800 and they checked their CF Moto 675SR first, and it turned out that it was missing 1 liter of oil. Then my bike was here, so they decided to check my bike, and they told me that my bike was missing 1.3 liters of oil. Can you freaking imagine that? Recently, as I was riding this bike, I've noticed that the performance has slightly declined. I was trying to get from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour / 150 kilometers per hour as fast as I could, and my best time was like 3.7, 3.8 seconds from 0 to 100 and 7.5 seconds from 0 to 150, which is slower than before. I thought that maybe it's gasoline, I thought maybe it's air filter, but now it's quite clear for me that the problem is the oil. We have what, like 3 liters of oil in the engine and 1.3 liters was missing. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Thankfully, CF Moto acknowledged the problem, and we'll see what they have to say. Now, I'll ask ChatGPT to eloquently describe the problem. As I'll be writing, you'll be listening to ChatGPT talking about it. Hope will be good enough. And I'll see you once I get to CF Moto place.
This official notice from CF Moto directly addresses your concern about oil consumption on the 675SR-R. Here's a clear summary in English. CF Moto's official statement, translated. In early December 2024, CF Moto received multiple reports from 675SR-R owners about excessive engine oil consumption. The company immediately launched a market investigation and technical testing. Findings, Dec 7, 2024, Jan 20th, 2025. Field testing across 19 provinces confirmed that some units of the 675SR-R did consume excessive oil. The issue appears when engine speeds exceed 8,000 RPM, and it's linked to the spray nozzle assembly, Penyo-1 This doesn't affect the engine's normal operation, but it does increase oil consumption. CF Moto's solution. All 675SR-R units purchased before Feb 27, 2025 are eligible for a free replacement of the updated spray nozzle assembly. Service period, March 1, June 30th, 2025. The replacement takes about 40 minutes and must be done by an authorized dealer. Bonus, To thank owners for their patience, CF Moto is also offering 1 extra year of engine warranty, including 3 L's of oil, 1 oil filter, and 1 free oil change. So what should you do? You should 1. Contact your nearest CF Moto dealer and ask for the free replacement of the spray nozzle assembly. 2. Mention this bulletin and that your bike was purchased before Feb 27, 2025. 3. Ask if the extra oil consumption you experienced, missing 1 L, could be tied to this known issue. This confirms it's not your riding style. It's a known factory issue for certain batches. You're not alone, and it's great that CF Moto is addressing it head on.
We have changed the thing. They helped me to do everything for free. Other than this, they've changed the oil. They showed me the thing. They've told me that I cannot take it with me. They have to bring it back to the factory, I guess. Probably they're gonna analyze the issue even further. We're gonna hop back on the bike. I'll try to give it a ride. Honestly, I don't feel like I'll feel the difference because the difference was subtle. It wasn't something you would notice. And one more thing to mention is that there was no indication on the dash about the oil. By the way, you see, dude, the coolant is leaking. I didn't do anything. So just now I came over to CF Moto because it was time for me to get the bike back, and I just started the bike, and the coolant, I believe this is coolant because it's green, is leaking. Other than this, I'll show you one thing which I don't like. Hold on. Remember, I was talking about rust on the bike. So the rust on the discs is quite alright. It didn't get any worse. But this detail over here cannot be replaced because this is a part of the engine. And it's very rusty. So this is something I don't really like as well. It's hard for me to talk about the quality because when I ride this machine, everything is super smooth and works just flawlessly. But all those intrinsic issues which you don't really feel are really nasty. Right now, I'm back on it. It feels good, guys. It feels very smooth. It feels really nice. And it's kind of dangerous. You know why? Because all those problems, they're so subtle. And it's really difficult to understand that something's wrong. Again, the bike was super smooth all the time. My acceleration was pretty decent. But just because I keep on measuring the acceleration, I've noticed this tiny little decline, which was at about, 0.34 seconds from 0 to 150 kilometers per hour. So it's not a lot, but it's tangible. So my performance has declined by a measurable amount. As soon as I realized that my acceleration got a little bit slower, I got to CF Moto and I started talking to them. I've mentioned that I was measuring 0 to 100/150 kilometers per hour acceleration, and my bike got a little bit slower. Initially, they've told me that, oh, dude, you just slipped the clutch. I said, no, it's not the clutch. I would know, and I would notice if this would be clutch. Then I thought maybe this was air filter. It turned out that the bike was missing 1.3 liters of oil, dude. And after they have repaired the problem, I asked them, so do you think that the damage was done to the bike? Do you think that my engine is compromised? They said, no, dude, come on, everything is good. Your engine is fine. Well, I don't really know, dude. I don't really know. I guess the only way for us to find out is to measure 0 to 100/150 acceleration once again. I'm actually quite excited about that, if I'm being honest, dude. But I will be selling this beautiful 675SR. By the way, not because of those problems, just because I feel like I need to change the bike. It's a beautiful machine. It's very smooth. It's incredibly pleasant to ride, if not for the ergonomics. The throttle response is so gentle, so pleasant, so predictable. I really like it. And when I was riding this bike for 7 months, it felt so reliable. I was convinced that this is by far the most reliable Chinese motorcycle to the date. And apparently those new CF Motos 675SR and NK, they'll be more reliable because this detail, which is compromised, would be swapped right away. I also asked CF Moto staff about the foreign market, and they didn't know. They didn't tell me anything. So you have to be very vigilant. You have to keep an eye on the oil. By now, everything feels good, and the bike still runs very nicely, I would say. Nonetheless, I'm gonna sell this beautiful 675, not because of those reliability issues, if I'm being honest, but just because I'm a little bit tired of this aggressive ergonomics. And this bike is available everywhere right now, so my job is done, dude. I guess it is time for me to say goodbye to this beautiful 675SR. And it is time for me to say goodbye to you, dude. If you like the video, if you think that this video was useful, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And as always, I'll see you in my next videos. Bye guys, stay safe, take care.